autoimmune. Autoimmune means that system fails to recognize and tolerate self-antigen, your self-antigen. Normally, we cannot tolerate foreign antigen, but this one, your own self, it will trigger your immune system. Okay, that's going to be, your immune system is going to be haywire. All these T helper cells get activated and cause the activation of the immune responses. So, but why autoimmune? Because it cannot recognize self and non-self. Even self too, it treats like non-self. It activates your immune system. So what happened when the system fails to recognize and tolerate self-antigen? There's going to be activation of autoreactive T cells, like T helper cells or regulatory cells. And also, it can cause the productions of autoantibodies by B cells. So bukanlah produce directly from B cells. So B cells akan differentiate into plasma cells, and straight away plasma cells akan produce antibodies. That is actually due to your own antigen, not from others, not from other microbes, bacteria, viruses, but it's from your own cell. Okay, that is autoimmune. There's 40 known ataupun suspected autoimmune diseases, quite a lot. Ada memang agak hazardous lah. Ada yang life-threatening as well. It affects 5% to 7% of population, 2/3 are women, kebanyakan perempuan. Okay, we look at the autoimmune diseases. What are examples of autoimmune disease? For first one is SLE. Kalau have you ever heard SLE before? SLE stands for systemic lupus erythematosus. This is the immune system that generates the antibodies against various cell molecules. Your own molecules that causes the secretion of antibodies. So that causes SLE. And then another disease is rheumatoid arthritis. This is inflammation that occurs at the cartilage. So the cartilage inflammations leads to damage and painful inflammation of the cartilage. So these are examples of the autoimmune disease. For the rheumatoid arthritis, ada example kat sini, dekat cartilage, bengkak kan, swells. And then swells, it deforms. Nampak tak, you punya fingers to deformed. So x-rays of hands that are deformed by rheumatoid arthritis is taken from Campbell 12 edition, page 1119. Okay, that's second one, rheumatoid arthritis for the autoimmune disease. The third type of autoimmune disease is insulin. Example of autoimmune disease is insulin-dependent diabetes mellitus. Insulin-dependent diabetes mellitus. The insulin-producing beta cells of pancreas are targets of autoimmune cytotoxic T cells. Maksudnya, the self-antigen in your body, the molecules that your body causes the TC cells in your own, it means that it triggers the cytotoxic T cells in your body to act straight away on the beta cells of the pancreas. So when it acts on the beta cells of the pancreas, then it will be activated and release the insulin. So that causes the insulin-dependent diabetes mellitus. And number 4 example is multiple sclerosis. Yang ni actually dekat nervous system. It affects the nervous system. So T cells, for example, like T helper cells, infiltrate the central nervous system and destroy the myelin sheath. So normally the axon, they have the myelin sheath that acts as insulator. Right? When there's a myelin sheath, so the speed of the impulse, so the messages will be very fast because it jumps from one node of Ranvier to another node of Ranvier. So the transmission of the impulses, okay, propagation of the impulses are going very fast if there's myelin sheath. But these multiple sclerosis, they infiltrate the T helper cell, for example, they infiltrate the CNS and destroy that myelin sheath. When the myelin sheath destroy, that will change from the saltatory conduction to continuous conductions. And then, of course, it affects transmission, the speed of impulse transmission. It becomes slower when you compare with the saltatory conduction. It then results in a number of serious neurological abnormalities. That's multiple sclerosis.